exchange is down that I use. I just totally blanked out there. Oh, this is just wonderful. So you wonder why people say Bitcoin's a scam and this and that. It's this kind of stuff that happens. Like the site I'm on is down. It's now recovered to 53,000. So right when I started this live stream, it was at 50,700. So I made a video earlier today saying that 53,000 to 55,500 should be really strong support, and I can't show you anything because this is the site I use. This is Femex. There it is. Look at that. So isn't that interesting? As soon as the terrible dump is over, right? It literally went up almost $2,500 in 30 seconds. See that? So after I made that video earlier today, I looked and I actually drew in another line, another falling. I gotta catch my breath here. Another falling wedge. So let me get this out of here. Let me move it. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Earlier today, I made a video about this green falling wedge here on top of this channel. I was comparing it to last month, and right after I made that video, I was watching my video and I actually saw probably the more technical falling wedge. I hadn't seen it before, and it was about a half hour after I made that video. I was going to make another video right away, but I didn't want to hurt the status of my current video. But let me put this in here right here, right there. It's actually coming off this end of the first week of November, and see that it's at the bottom of this channel, the bottom of the parallel channel. I don't have that line in exactly the right place right now, but I don't want to mess with it. You understand what I'm saying? And actually see where it just bounced right there. Whoa. I'm surprised it went down that far. That caught me off guard. It went down to 50,740. And right when I fired this live stream up, that's where it was, right? Because I was saying, I was going to say, if it doesn't stop now, I couldn't see my chart, right? Because the site was down. And I was going to say, if it doesn't stop right now, this could be serious, serious trouble. I think what happened is people probably got greedy and a little long squeeze happened. And other people that had their stop loss orders in, it probably triggered stop loss orders from big leverage trades. And see the site's malfunctioning again. But 53,000 is important. About 50,900, 50,100 is very important. And unfortunately, I can't show it to you. This isn't me having technical difficulties. This is the exchange. This is the kind of stuff that happens. I don't know why or how this is acceptable for them to be in business. It's not just this site. It's basically all exchanges. It's kind of good because it stops the people that are new. It stops them from manually panic selling. So it's kind of good, right? There was probably people freaking out at 50,800. They probably would have been like screaming at the screen, I want to sell, I want to sell. I'm so scared, I want to sell. But, right, and 30 seconds later, it's basically $3,000. That's how this is. So I was going to say earlier, I was going to make a video earlier, but I want to let this play out a little bit. What this probably is I'm glad that my screen came back because I wanted to show that bigger falling wedge. And you can see it bounced off the bottom of it. So I think everything's fine. Relax. But this is an example of why you don't play with more money than you can afford to lose. Because if you use any leverage at all, it can happen, right? It can get real volatile. There's tons of leverage in this market. So it's good. It's very, very, very good for those of you that might be concerned. This is a very good sign that it bounced at about 51,000, 50,700, 50,900 in that area. If it wouldn't have bounced there, it could have been devastating. It would have been the first time in 2021 that happened. But Bitcoin has a history of double bottoming like that. I wish I could show it to you, but that's kind of the pattern here. Is a double bottom with a wick that went down a little further. But that's actually real normal behavior. So what I think is happening is that was probably a terrifying scare, right? And now it's probably the setup for the pump that I was talking about in my last video. So watch 53,000. You don't want to stay down there very long. 51,000. Tomorrow would be like 50,600. The day after tomorrow would be 50,300. You don't want it to break through that big green line I showed you where it bounced. So I don't think there's any panic. I don't think you should be concerned. Hopefully no one got scared and sold out, because this is how it is. It reminds me of back in the B Word conference when it looked like it was tanking. And then all of a sudden, boom, right straight back up, right? To just almost like an 80% pump, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes up $10,000 from here in the next 6-7 days. But anything can happen. This is why you don't play with money you can't afford to lose, right? So hopefully it'll come back in here. This is not my technical difficulties. Sometimes I'll have problems with screen recorder, and my cat's knocking the cable out of my computer and stuff. But this is actually the site. The site can't handle the traffic. So there's no wonder why there's conspiracy theories and scam stuff. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. It shouldn't be allowable. But that you just gotta live and learn, man. That's just how this is a new market. Cryptocurrencies. This is the early days. It's the Wild West. So just be aware of that. But see this. Hopefully you can go back to that part of the video and freeze frame. That green line, it's actually wicked down just a touch below it several times, and I noticed it a half hour after I made my last video. Now I wish I would have made another video right away, but it's a bad idea to publish videos a half hour apart, because they both will not get a lot of views. But are you getting a good look at me? Look at that. I got a little hair left. When I go like this, it looks like I'm bald. But let me show you my hair. I still got hair, a little bit. Well, I don't want to. Okay, let me go. Let's look at the comment section. What's up? What's up? Thanks. What's that? Thanks. I can't see anything but your reflection. Robert says, yeah, that's because there's nothing to see. The site's down. Site's down. I forgot this. With the live stream, I gotta keep repeating stuff over and over for people that are just joining. Yeah, there's nothing to see. The site's down, but I've just been saying this is just don't panic. This is actually a very common pattern monthly. Bitcoin will kind of do a double bottom. Sometimes it goes down a little further, but it's very important to hold about 51,000, 50,800. It's very important. You'll see a green line come in here. This is the site malfunctioning. The exchanges go down. This is not my technical difficulty. This is the exchanges, and that's one of the problems. And okay, here we go. This green line here, that needs to hold. See how it's wicked down, kind of passed it a couple times. That was very important. That's why I started this live stream. Because right here, I was gonna say, man, if it goes down past here, it could be really bad, and it would actually break the pattern of my chart that I've been showing. But actually, this double bottom here, this is a double bottom. See where it's at? There was probably a long squeeze, and people's stop loss orders got triggered. And so it's hopefully it stopped, right? Hopefully it stopped. You do not want to see it go down underneath that bottom green line for any amount of time. So that's that. Don't panic. That it looks like as long as it doesn't do it again. The exchange is down, so this is bad. But this is for those of you just joined. This is why you don't use more money than you can afford to lose, because disaster could always strike. There's always risk with anything, but hopefully it stabilizes. And this could be just the setup. This is kind of a common behavior. It scares the death out of people, and panic ensues, right? And blah 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 blah, and then boom! Then that's when the pump comes, right? It's kind of a washout. And these sites, these exchanges going down like this, probably actually save a lot of inexperienced people money that would like to panic sell right now, right? They just think, oh no, it's awful, 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 panic sell, right? And they can't. They're probably screaming right now, and they're probably sending emails to these exchanges. They're like, why can you do that? But the thing is tomorrow this could be, 48 hours from now, it could be 62,000, which is probably likely in my opinion. So don't freak out. It would be very, very abnormal. For those of you joining right now, the exchange is down. This is not my technical difficulty. The exchange is down because all the traffic. People are freaking out. That's how this works. So it's kind of a shakeout. Well, it is a shakeout. And it's probably set up for a real nice, fat, juicy pump up to about 62,000. So let me look at the chat section. Let's see who we got here. Tom Frederick, what's up? Bad boy, what's up? 50 live dump, yeah. I had to fire up the live stream at 50,700, and right when I fired up the live stream, the exchange crashed, totally crashed, and like 30 seconds later, it flickered back up. It was all the way back up to 53,000, and that's why I got on the live stream, because I wanted to say, if it goes below 50,800 and stays down there, then it could be real bad. But this is good. This is probably no reason to panic. Hopefully no one out there, like my liquidation prices are on this account is 42,000. You can't see anything. Exchange is down for those of you just joining. My liquidation price is 42,000, and my other account is 47,000. So and I'm using money that if I lose, I'm not happy about it, but I wake up tomorrow, got the same life. So this is just an example. If you're going to use any leverage at all, do not use money that you can't afford to just throw out your car window, right? That's how you play this game. So that's the problem. That's the problem with. See, this is why I was going to make my video yesterday. I was going to say that I find some videos on YouTube about Bitcoin, I find them upsetting. Some of them are upsetting. Like, I don't want to call them out, but some of these people have been there for years, and they're making videos saying Bitcoin's going to 100,000 this month, and Bitcoin's going to 87,000 this month. And people that are just new to this, that they're liable to throw in their mortgage on their house, right? Their payments, their car payments. See, this is the exchange going down. These exchanges can't handle traffic, and this is not my technical difficulty. This is the exchange. But that's the problem. I was going to call out some channels on YouTube, Bitcoin channels, crypto channels. It's not my job to go around calling people out, but some of them are upsetting to me. Some of them get 200,000 views per video, and they're telling people Bitcoin's going to 100,000 this month. And I know that's not true. It's nowhere true. And not only is it not true, right? That probably has something to do with this big crash, right? The hedge funds are sitting out there. They're probably watching these big YouTubers, right? And they're like, "Ha, here it comes!" They're getting the public all super excited, right? All these big futures bets are coming in on the futures market and high leverage. And so here, you can see it. You can see it without the line, from here to here. See that line? You don't want to go down underneath of that for any amount of time and stay down there. We were down there We went under it for about 30 seconds. So it's a very good sign. Hopefully my green line will come in here. It's a very good sign that we recovered from 50,700, and right now we're at 52,800. See the green line? That's a very good sign. See that? That's probably the true technical falling wedge. You don't want to go underneath that, because if you use this line at 53,000, or even the one at 55.5, and then this green line here, that's a descending triangle, which is traditionally kind of bearish. It can break bullish or bearish, it doesn't really matter. But the fact that it's coming up to 53, it needs to go above 53, right? It broke below. If you use this line and this line, that's a descending triangle, and technically that was a breakdown out of that using this white line, and it's coming up for the retest now. It's coming up for the retest, right? You don't want to see it get rejected again and then go boom, right? And if that does happen, you don't want to see it go past here. This is 50,700, right? That wick, and this line here is about 51,000. You don't want to see it go under here. We don't want to see a rejection now. That's bad. But if there is a rejection, you don't want to see it go boom, because that could be really bad. So it's good. It's good that it's doing that. See that action? Just the whole planet, right? Bitcoin is just global, right? The whole planet Earth right now. It's like, ah, Bitcoin, right? And these exchanges can't handle it. I don't know why, but they should be able to, or else they shouldn't be in business, in my opinion. But anyways, this is the kind of stuff. I mean, this is not new. This is nothing new. This has been happening over and over and over. Likely it's the whales, right? They're scaring the death out of people, and this is just going to be the setup for the big pump. So, but right now, my little wonder chart that I've got, if you've been watching my channel, for those of you just joining, the exchange is down. There's nothing on the screen, but I have this chart over the year 2021. So far, that pattern has not broke, but if it does go down to like 51,000 and below and stay down there, and like 6 p.m. tonight when the daily closes, that would almost be a break in the pattern. So we don't want to see that. But I think it's whales. Like they're flopping in the ocean. And pow, 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 right? And all us, we're like in little canoes out in the ocean swells, right? And these whales are like pow, pow, and they're just scaring the death out of you. So this should recover. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it should recover. Here it is. So basically right now it's just a double bottom, and you can see this pattern. See, this is nothing new. I just kind of thought it'd be a lot of bullish sentiment out there. So I don't want to mess with my chart, but this is kind of that double bottom. Come on, man. Come on. This is my technical difficulty. Okay, so I don't want. There's a bunch of these. It kind of comes down, bottoms, comes up, bottoms. That's basically what this is right now. I wouldn't be too concerned. I wouldn't panic. See that? For now, it's just a kind of a double bottom. That's a huge wick, right? But see where it's at. You want 53,000 to hold. You want it to get back up there above 53,000. This is a retest right now of 53,000. You don't want to see a rejection. And tonight, when the candle opens at 6 p.m., you don't want to see another big red one. That would be abnormal if another big red candle opens tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time, and it blasts down like this. That would be my 12-month. Let me zoom out. Now I got the chance. I think it'll let me zoom out. Okay, see this is so far. It's still holding true. If this is a double, it's a common thing. Sometimes these double bottoms will come down a little further. So right now it's a common thing. Nothing to worry about. But you don't want to see it go down there and close tonight at 6. You don't want to see the next one open at 6 and go straight down. That would be a break in my wonder chart pattern, right? And that would be bad. But for now, I think everything's okay. And for those of you just joining, this exchanges are down, but just hold tight. And this is why you don't use high leverage, right? This is why you don't use high leverage, and you don't use money you can't afford to lose, because this happens. This is a common occurrence. And anyways, you want that to hold right there, though. Don't want to stay down below 53 for too long. And 6 p.m. Central Time, the next daily candle will open. And keep an eye on that. I'm going to get out of here. Just relax and stay calm. And if you use too much leverage, you just learned your lesson. And I think that was a small long squeeze and stop loss orders being triggered. Right? So hopefully that's it. Hopefully big players out there, the hedge funds, are going to long right now. And hopefully we're going to see about a 20% pump, which my chart says should be happening about in the next 7 to 10 days. And I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. And let me look at the chat screen real quick. See what's there. Hey, no problem, man. Yeah, you gotta watch out. And that's kind of the feeling I got, right? I don't really watch a whole lot of YouTube channels anymore. I went and watched some just recently, and they're all like super bullish, kind of like me. So you do have to watch out for that. When all the YouTubers are saying one thing, lots of times the other thing will happen. But I do believe this was just a scare tactic. I think this was just the whales going pow, 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 right? And washing people out of their canoes. It should be pumping back up, but keep an eye on it. And please don't use super high leverage. But and you know, for the last couple months, this is why I've been saying I like using little short orders instead of long orders, because when the big moves happen, they're the giant red candles, right? They drop $10,000 in a day. And when the big pumps happen, it's usually like 3 weeks, right? I mean, there are big green candles like 1, 2, 3 day, but the huge, like, you know, the huge pumps and the huge dumps, the huge pumps kind of go like this, and the huge dumps go wham. So stay above 53. I'll check in with you later tonight. Thanks for watching. Awesome.